Here is question 20 on the higher calculator paper. We've got a triangle here and they've said it's not drawn accurately, so I can't do any measurements from this diagram. They said simply calculate the length of PR. So here's PR, that's what I want to work out. Give your answer correct to 3 significant figures. So a couple of things that I recognize about this triangle. Not only does it look like it, but these two lines here tell me that the triangle is an isosceles triangle. So that means PQR is isosceles. PQR is an isosceles triangle. So if I drew a line down from Q to the base, right, that shape becomes symmetrical. This here is 90 degrees, right? So I've got a right angle triangle here, all right? And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to just look at that right angle triangle. I'm going to work out this bit here from the center to the end. I'll call that X. I'm going to work out that distance there. I'm going to use trigonometry for that. And then once I've worked out that distance X, I'm going to double it to work out the length of PR. So I'm going to draw a sketch of that triangle. So here's that triangle there. That's right angles, 90 degrees. That's 8 centimeters. I put X over there. And this angle at the top here, over here, the full angle is 140 degrees. But this angle here is going to be half of that, which is 70 degrees. So, what technique do I need to use for this? This is a shape in which I have a right angle triangle, a side, an angle, and I want to work out another side. So I need to use trigonometry for this. And I'm going to write down SOHCAHTOA. S-O-H-C-A-H-T-O-A. Okay, in this right angle triangle, the side opposite the right angle is the hypotenuse. The side opposite the angle, we'll call that opposite side, and this side here is the adjacent. Now I know the hypotenuse is 8. I want to work out X, which is the opposite side, so the adjacent is one that I'm not interested in at all. I want to find which one of these 3 ratios, sine, cos, or tan, has O and H in it, and that's going to be sine. Okay, I want to work out O, which is the opposite side. So X is going to be, that's what I want to work out, X, which is the opposite side. I'm going to cover up O. And because those two are next to each other at the same level, that means it's sine of the angle times the length of the hypotenuse. Sine of the angle times the length of the hypotenuse. So sine of 70, and I'm going to times that by 8. That would give me the length X. So I need to use the calculator for this. Sine 70, don't forget to close the bracket, times it by 8, and that is going to give you 7.51754, and so on. But P to R is going to be 2 times this. So I'm going to times that by 2. It's going to be double that. So that's 15.035 and so on. And the question, if we go back to the question itself, it says, give your answer correct to 3 significant figures. Again, starting from front, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to chop it off there. And look at the next number along. That's less than 5. So I don't need to do any rounding at all. PR is going to be 15.0 centimeters long. And that's what I'll write in the answer space. 15.0 centimeters. That's the length of PR. Remember why I doubled it here. I doubled it because that distance there from the center to each of the corners has been cut in half. So X is just this distance over here. So if I double that, I'll get the length of the whole of PR, and that's why I've got it to be 15.0 to 3 significant places. Make sure you could do this question. If another one comes up like this, make sure you can get it and get full marks.